Hello y'all and welcome to another edition of the TextTube Guy Reels. Sorry it's been a long time again since my last update, but just been working insane amount of hours, and I know I promised to do more updates, but I've got quite a bit since the last time I made a video, so I'm going to get right to it, and I'm going to go through this again really fast. A lot of these I probably haven't seen because on the little free time I do have, I've been watching a lot of classic films, trying to catch up on my classics collection. So that's where my priorities have lied so far. But with that said, let me start going through. I have about 30 titles to get through. 29 of them are Blu-ray and just one DVD. So we'll start with the DVD. And that is the Lifetime original picture, Prayers for Bobby, starring Sigourney Weaver. I believe she received Emmy nomination for the role here. I haven't seen this yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's a great performance on her part, so can't wait to see that. Okay, now on to the Blu-rays. Catfish documentary. This was recommended to me by Robert Colaguy29229, and a couple people at work. They said it's a really great film with a surprise ending, so I can't wait to see it. Just picked up the Blu-ray version of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Once Fallen with Ed Harris. It was a cheap buy. I was kind of interested to see what it's about. If anybody's seen that one, let me know. I haven't seen many people comment on that one. Saw the final chapter. Is it really the final chapter? Pretty good flick. Saw it in the cinema. Red with Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman. Pretty good film. Alright, now this is my top favorite film of all time, and I'm so glad to finally see it on Blu-ray, and that is Steven Spielberg's The Color Purple. It's been my favorite film for years since I first saw it back in '85. No film has come close to knocking its out of its first spot with me. Just love it from beginning to end. It just full of great performances. A very emotional film. Watching it is emotionally draining as well, but it's well crafted, and I truly believe Spielberg was robbed that year at the Oscars. The Horde. I had to order this in Canada. It's not available here in the U.S. So if anybody's seen this, let me know how it is. Another great film. Just got around to picking up. I really like these book packs. And that's a Shawshank Redemption. Another top film starring Morgan Freeman, one of my favorite actors of all time. Death Race 2, actually just watched this one last night. For a prequel, and it is a prequel, and I'm hoping I'm not giving away too much there, but it's a really good film. It really goes into the origins of how the Death Race started. Entertaining. Takers. Stone. Big De Niro and Mila Jovovich fan, so I have a lot of hope for this one. And as always, if you've seen any of these films, please comment on them. I'd like to know about this one. Ryan Reynolds and Buried. The animated Alpha and Omega. Like my cartoons. Once Upon a Time in America. I've never seen this film, and I'm so glad to see it on Blu-ray because I didn't want to watch the DVD version. I'd rather see it in high definition. Rob Roy. I believe I saw this one on Jonathan's site, Wolfhound, and reminded me that it's one of those obscure catalog titles that I had to get around to ordering. Finally picked it up. Been curious about this one for some time. Ajami may pop that one in tonight and watch that one. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Picked up the Blu-ray for Dances with Wolves. Great film. As well as The Social Network. Another great film. Not sure how it's going to fare with its Oscar nomination. I'm pulling for Black Swan, but it got the Golden Globe. Piranha. Been wanting to see this one. Like the original, so I'm hoping the remake's just as well. Good with Viggo Mortensen and Jason Isaacs. I'd been really into the some German films for a while, so while I was on that kick, I noticed this film out there. So if anybody's seen that one, let me know. I've heard a couple good things about this one, The Experiment. Adrian Brody and Forrest Whitaker. So glad to see this one out on Blu-ray, the original True Grit. Just my favorite John Wayne film by far. Enjoyed this for years, and was kind of reluctant and hesitant to see the remake, but surprisingly, I enjoyed that just as much. I wasn't sure how I felt about the alternate ending or where the the Coen brothers took it this time, but it wasn't bad. It just took me a while to get around to it. Angelina Jolie and Salt, and this is the Steelbook. James Franco and Hal. This seems to be James Franco's year. I mean, I think he's a really underrated actor, finally coming into his own and getting the recognition he deserves. Machete. I haven't seen this yet, but Danny Trejo, another actor that's seems to be in every film out there. I believe he's one of the hardest working men in Hollywood, and I can say that because he's been in like 1,000 films, or it seems. He's also in the prequel to Death Race 2. Renee Zellweger in Case 39. Haven't seen this one. I know this one had been shelved for a couple years, so I'm not sure as to why. The Last Exorcism. One that I didn't get to see in the theaters last year, but I'm really curious about. And last but not least, Dinner for Schmucks with Steve Carell and Paul Rudd. Well, that's it. I'm sorry to have rushed through that, but I didn't want this video to run too long. Again, thank you to everybody who keeps subscribing, and I just keep being amazed by the few videos that I do put out there, that the people are responding the way that they are. I appreciate you all watching the videos, and most of all your comments. I'm kind of embarrassed because I haven't had the time to really watch a lot of the videos that y'all are putting out there, but I am going to make an effort. I should be on a little vacation stint, and I truly mean to catch up in that time. But I'm alive and well, just working an insane amount of hours. So to all of the continued viewers, the new viewers, I appreciate it, and I hope to be seeing y'all more in the future. Until next time, y'all take it easy.